Alright, what's up, folks? Watch this. I got a little different one for y'all today. This one here, you know how people love celebrities. You act like celebrities are like freaking gods or something like that. And one thing I can tell you, I was never starstruck over celebrities. I never was. Never. I don't care what celebrity is, even though I may like this movie, these movies, this actor. I never was starstruck over celebrities. And I'm going to prove to you how. I'm going to prove to you why. Rather athletes or whatever, I never was starstruck. A celebrity can come from me right now today, even if it's my favorite actor, whatever. I ain't gonna be one of these crazy people like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I know you. No, first of all, what y'all gotta remember, you don't know. See, a very intelligent thing to say is that you don't know that celebrity. However, you are aware of that celebrity. And if you ever get the chance to actually meet that person face to face, shake hand, whatever, that's how you address that celebrity. You say, you know, I don't know you, but I'm familiar with your work, so therefore I am aware of who you are. Now I would like to meet you. I can say I met you. You know what I'm saying? But watch this. I'm going to give you my story of a celebrity. So I'm going to title this one, When I Met My First Celebrity. 6 words. When I met my first celebrity. Now, before I get into the story, I want y'all watch as I tell this story. Most people gonna think, oh man, he lying. Nah, ain't nothing about my story lying, nor am I will ever be one of these lying, making up stories, you know, type of cat. But anyway, this happened around when I was in the 3rd grade. That's how far back I'm going back. When I was in the 3rd grade, we went to John Marshall School 20 in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And this is how I met my first celebrity. On this particular day, we come to school as always, but it just so happens on this day, we had a football star as our substitute teacher. Now, I don't remember, it was either Mean Joe Green, or I forgot who, it was either him or it was another guy. But this was around 1980. You know, dude was still probably just retired or whatever. I remember exactly, it was either Mean Joe Green or I forgot the other guy. What his name, but I don't remember totally. But I remember it was a football star. Because you got to remember, the reason I don't remember, I never was one of these cats that sports was my everything. See, another cat could tell his story that didn't know, oh, that was such and such, that was our teacher. But anyway, let me give you the story. So let's just go with Mean Joe Green. Let's say it was Mean Joe Green, right? Yo, he was our substitute teacher, no lie. In 1980, he was our substitute teacher. Now, like I said, most people will hear me tell this story and they go, man, this guy lying. You gonna tell me a big time celebrity like Mean Joe Green was your substitute teacher? Yes, he was. For one day, yes, he was. See, now if I just say he came there to be a no, he didn't come there to be a substitute teacher. It's just by chance that it happened that way. What happened was he actually came to school to meet an old acquaintance friend of his, which was the principal. The principal was why he came to the school, to meet her, to get back acquaintance with her. But it just so happens on that same day that he came, our actual teacher called out sick. And he evidently was so cool with the principal that he made an agreement with the principal. He said, hey, listen, I know you're short on staff with a teacher today. I'm not no teacher or anything but because she couldn't get a substitute teacher at the spare of the moment. He volunteered. He told her, he said, look, if you don't mind, I would love to sit with that class today. You know, I got nothing to do. I could spend a whole day with these kids. You know, so he played the big brother role, which was wonderful. And she allowed him then. See, they probably can't do that nowadays. But we talking about a different day and time. There was much more respect then. Levels of respect, and where people wanted to take time to spend time with somebody, learn a little something, teach them a little something. So anyway, the principal allowed it. She said, yeah, okay, if you don't mind. And he decided to be our substitute teacher that day. Man, it was the most incredible day in my life, man. Everybody was ripping and yelling about, hey, man, he's a football star. Man, he's a Hall of Famer, this and that. Now, like I said, as a 3rd grader, I didn't know what that meant because I wasn't heavy into sports. Now, my cousins and my brother them days, I wasn't heavy into sports like that at the time. So all I know is everybody bragging about this guy. He's a big-time star. He's a big-time football star. And, man, let me tell you something. Do you know what we learned that day with him being our teacher? Not a damn thing other than how to count better. Because everything he was teaching us was about counting. We didn't go in the books and nothing like that. He told all the girls to get on this side, all the boys to get on that side, and we're going to count how many boys, how many girls, and then let's subtract this many girls, how many girls now, subtract this many boys, how many boys now. We played all number games with that guy that day. Then he took us to the library, and when we went to the library, he pulled out the sports books, and he actually showed us photos of him in those sports books. And said, look, this is me here. This is when we played that team. We won this game. We lost that game. This is when we went to Super Bowl. We did this and that. Man, we just learned everything about him that day. It was incredible. Then after that, he actually got permission from the principal. He took us outside on the playground because most of us wanted to challenge him, especially the boys, but we wanted to race him. Man, we had a racing game against him and the girls and boys. We had a fields day that day. But ultimately, it was a wonderful experience, man, where this man, remember I told you like one of my old videos, what was it called? Why there's not much male teachers. This was a guy, this was a male teacher, and it made an impact on us. It was a guy that took time to tell us personal things about him, personal things about life, and show us different things than the indoctrinated things that we learn every day. So anyway, during the course of our class all day, we would every now and then get a different teacher knock on our door, and they wanted to meet him personally. And more, I kept wondering, like, why is people so ecstatic to meet this guy? See, y'all thought I forgot. As usual, as always, give you a word of the day. The word of the day gonna be ecstatic. What does ecstatic mean, man?
It's like good. Excited.
Very excited, joyful, whatever, right? Yeah. And that's how a lot of teachers, they was knocking on the doors and they wanted to meet this guy. Hey, we heard that Mean Joe Green here, whatever, right? Like I said, don't quote me on it. It was either Mean Joe Green or it was another guy. I forgot. Around the time Mean Joe Green played, another big time football player, but I don't remember the guy's name. But anyway, all these teachers were so ecstatic. They was knocking on our door constantly to our room. They wanted to meet him. They wanted to meet him. They wanted his autograph. They wanted his autograph. And he was signing autograph after autograph after autograph. Now remember, I'm only in the 3rd grade. I really don't know what an autograph is. I know that may sound crazy to a lot of y'all. But like I said in the beginning, I never was starstruck over celebrities. And all I know is that all these teachers keep asking him for an autograph and all this, and every now and then a couple of parents showed up at the school because we looked out the window. Man, the school was bonkers that day. So I'm saying to myself, man, what is this thing that all these parents and teachers coming to get an autograph from him? That must be worth something. Whatever that is, I want one. So then all of a sudden, I remember, this is a true story. It happened just like this. I remember I asked him, I said, hey, when he really tried to teach something, because he realized it was getting overwhelming. It was so, all the teachers and parents were so ecstatic that he was there. Even the principal came back to our class and she said, listen, there's a large number of people coming to your class. I hope you can handle this. I'll do what I could to minimize all this attention. But I had noticed that everybody was asking for this thing called the autograph. So I figured it must be something like a piece of gold or something. It must be something worth money. It must be something worth value. So I said, you know what? He our teacher. Let me ask for one. He seemed to be giving them out free. Whatever it is, he seemed to always be giving them out free. So I asked him, I said, hey, could I have one of your autographs too? And he didn't do me like he did everybody else. All the parents he gave them to, but with me being a student, he said, look, I'll give you one later. He said, let's do, for once, let's finally do some schoolwork. He said, but I promise you, I'll give you one when I leave, before the end of the school day. And I was so, word of the day, ecstatic. I was like, oh, he gonna give me one of them things he giving to everybody else. It's called the autograph, whatever an autograph is. So I was just so happy. I'm gonna get a piece of gold. Anyway, the end of the day came, and I asked him for that autograph thing, whatever that is. I asked him for it again. He said, sure. He said, hey, Spinks. He said, no problem. I'm gonna give it to you. You got that fighter name. I definitely gotta give you one. So then I said, yeah. He said, but unfortunately, look, you gotta get online. I'm gonna be in the other class down the hall. And he said, I got a lot of people coming to get my autograph today. He said, I tell you what, just get online and I'll give you one like I give everybody else one. So I stood online after school, and when it finally got to my turn, I was like, ooh, he about to give me a bar of gold, like he giving everybody else some gold. Ooh, I can't wait, I'm gonna be rich. So finally, when I got up to him, he said, hey, Spinks. And then he said, hey, you got a piece of paper on you or anything? And I was like, piece of paper? And then he grabbed my notebook. He grabbed my notebook, ripped a piece of paper out on it. Let me see if he ripped a piece of paper out of my notebook, put it on the desk, and went like this. And said, here you go. And I looked at the piece of paper like, what? What's this? And he said, that's what you asked for. You said you wanted an autograph, right? I said, yeah, but he said, that's an autograph. He said, boy, you better hold on to that. It's going to be worth something many years from now. And I was looking at the paper. I was like, man, what the heck? This what people are so ecstatic about? Man, it's ridiculous. And I went home. I think before I got home, I was like, man, it's garbage. And I threw it away. Because I didn't think nothing about it. I didn't know. I was a kid. I didn't know what that was. Could you imagine if I had that to this day? That piece of paper would probably be worth a lot. But I didn't know. See, I was young and impressionable and naive. I didn't know. But like I said in the beginning of the story, if I tell anybody that me and Joe Green was our substitute teacher, most people think I was lying because they go, he didn't need it. He was rich. What are you talking about? No, he came to visit the principal. But our teacher called out sick that day and he volunteered to sit with us for the whole day. What'd you think about that story? That's the first time I met a celebrity. And even then as a kid, I never was starstruck. Never. Now when I got older and I met celebrities as an adult, I was never starstruck. I never was one of these people acting like they gods or something. That's ridiculous. Most of these celebrities don't give 2 pennies about you. But we had a teacher. He did. He was cool. Just thought I'd share y'all another childhood story of mine. Peace.